Hello everyone and welcome to highlights of this Emirates FA Cup third qualifying round tie between Weymouth and Bath City from the Bob Lucas Stadium. Following a dramatic turnaround at 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗧, City's reward is another away game, this time at divisional rivals. It's 12 years since Jerry Gill's National League South leaders last reached round one. They're 2 wins from ending that spell. The free-scoring Romans last fell to net 16 games back in a 1-0 loss here, which effectively ended playoff aspirations. That victory spurred Weymouth on to survival, achieving it on the final day, having spent the entire season in the bottom 4. They're in the lower reaches again this term, but are unbeaten in 3 in all competitions. Their togetherness, highlighted by manager Bobby Wilkinson, was notable last week, a 1-1 draw with Chippenham having been reduced to 10 men. Only a late penalty save from former Bath gloves,man Will Henry prevented them a win. That spot kick was missed by 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗏, preventing him a 6th goal in his first 3 starts. The Terrors have added Swedish midfielder Mo Shabard to their ranks. He's among the substitutes. Dan Roberts and Anthony Cheshire start in place of Ben Thompson and the suspended Jordan Thompson. Keelan O'Connell and Joel Rollinson came off in the second qualifying round win over Highworth and are still out. Dan Greensade hobbled off in last week's draw with Dartford, but captain Kieran Parcell is fit again. Dan Hayfield is also in from the off. Manager Jerry Gill scored against Weymouth in a 3rd qualifying round tie for City in 1992, a 2-0 success en route to a 2nd round replay loss against Northampton Town. Commentary for this game is provided by Bath City Radio's Andrew Kerslake and Mark Stillman. Referee checks his watches, we're a couple of minutes past 3 o'clock, and we are underway. It's gone up to 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗏. It was long over the top. It's comfortably headed away from Rains. Cheshire's trying to get this ball under control, but Wilson gets his body in the way. Hayfield's run off into his left. Knocked over to the right side, but can't find Clark. Hamblin's got there first. Now picked up from Slade in midfield. In his yellow boots, slips it on the Bearwish. He plays it to his right. Howe is in oceans of space on the edge of us. Howe with the first time shot and a deliberate effort, and he's only put it a yard or so wide. City didn't pick up the advancing wing back. It's off target, goal kick.
Ollie Wright had a word or two to say to his defence there. Looked really angry at that ball coming across, and I can understand.
𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗏 wins an aerial battle with Hayfield. Slade knocks one over the top. It could be a useful ball actually. Barton's got Roberts and Toure around him. Toure nearly slicks in, and I think it was Roberts in the end who prodded it forward. It was an awkward ball to deal with the City back line, and fortunately Ollie Wright gathers. Dyer heads away for a Weymouth throw. Just taken from Brooks. Short on this occasion. I'm sure he'll use the long one later. There's one over the top. Wilson could get onto this actually. Cheshire is very sluggish. Wilson has got there first. Edge of the box, no support. Wilson shoots, and he's sort of gloved away from Benfield, but well, the Weymouth defence was statuesque. Wilson shouldn't really have been afforded an opportunity there, and Benfield is tested. Weymouth on the ball again with Cisse, midway inside the City half, cuts inside well, shoots straight against Russ, who threw himself in the way very courageously, took all the sting out of it, and it means City can try and get back on the attack with Clark, turns away on halfway. Bearwish is coming back with him and decides that the only way he can stop his progress is by fouling him. Parcell lingering over on the far side. Clark's ball's not a bad one for the header Dyer, too high for him, but there's Parcell who decided not to bring it down. He's headed it back into the air. He's onto the loose ball first. Hayfield near the edge of the box. A nice ball to the right hand side. Clark should keep it in play by the byline. Does just about. The assistant says it hasn't gone out of play. Still Clark teasing Cisse back to Thomas. Left-footed ball headed away well from Slade. And Weymouth are a little bit slow to react to that. Signs for City positive going forward as Russ has got it just past halfway. Now Hayfield. There's a bit of noise in the City faithful. Hayfield inside to Wilson. Smith. City getting some touches of the ball now. Parcell, who's lining up at left back this afternoon, placing the stricken Dan Greensade. Wilson's ball is a poor one. It's easily intercepted from Roberts, albeit midway inside his own half, but good covering from Rains. He got there before the outlet for Cisse. Now Clark turns inside, 25 yards out. Chips in towards Wilson with a glancing header, and it's gone a yard or so wide. It was a very intelligent ball in from Clark. Wilson held his run well, couldn't quite guide it on target. Goal kick. Yeah,
great movement from Clark there. I think the defence expected Clark to go down the outside on the right.
Dyer does well to clamber above Toure, who appeals for a foul. That's a clear foul from Bearwish. That's 2 obvious ones, and I think the referee's going to say that's 2 too many. You're going in the book, son. And it's going to be the first yellow card of this FA Cup time. Hamblin's taken his free kick for Weymouth, 3 yards inside the Bath City half on the left, goes short. to 𝗛𝗟, who spins away from Clark and knocks it across to Howe. Now Brooks, the centre-back, offering an overlap. He's lost out. 𝗛𝗟 has got room to venture into down the left-hand side. He's charging away from the Weymouth defence. Wilson's waiting in the middle. 𝗛𝗟's ball in is not bad. It's headed away, though, from Cheshire. 𝗛𝗟 heads it inside to Thomas near the edge of the box. Thomas making half a yard. Fans encouraging him to shoot. They know what he can do. He's passed it. It's a good ball to Clark now. He's got 3 waiting in the middle. Clark goes alone. It feels a handball against Cheshire. Could do nothing about it. Rain totally miscues his shot. And in the end, it's a sliding interception from the Weymouth back line. 𝗛𝗟 does well to leap above Howe. Now Thomas midway inside the Weymouth half on the left, looking for an overlap. He's gone back inside to Russ, who's got time. Venture forward. Russ to Wilson. Back to Russ. Good play this from City. Clark's in room. They're finding him in an awful lot of space in the last few minutes. Clark again. Oh, he was so intended for the head of Hayfield. It was a really important header away from Brooks. Weymouth have not tightened up on the City wide players. Plays it high in the air to the left-hand side, where headed away from 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗧 to Toure. Misjudges the bounce a little bit and appends Russ. Oh, I thought he did. No, referee says play on. Toure, that time was clearly appended by Russ. 2 longs don't make a right. And Russ, well, I think he's a bit unfortunate. I think he's going to get a caution for that. The referee says that's 1 offence too many, but that's 1 yellow apiece. I thought it would be a cross, but yeah, the 2 men bravely stood in the wall. He's near the penalty spot. Good header away though from 𝗛𝗟. It had to be because Roberts was right behind him, and a brave one this time from 𝗛𝗟. And the referee says high foot. Slade coming across the track, and 𝗛𝗟's ball in is straight to Bearish, and you can start a counter attack for Weymouth. Now Toure turning away from Russ. He's got Slade in room, the number 7 on the right hand side. Howe is joining the party forward. Slade's ball to the back post. 𝗛𝗟 heads it, and it goes over the top. I think he was meaning to head it back for a teammate rather than goal, and goes over. Goal kick. Now back to Dyer. Again, they're looking for Clark, but that ball's a rather ambitious one, and Clark's going to keep it in play, actually. He got the better of Hamblin. Still Clark now. Left-footed ball, but straight to Cheshire, who first time volleys it away towards halfway. Batten, great ball back forward to Russ, who's in room. Clark again, electing to use the right-sided player a lot this afternoon. Faces up Hamblin, gets the other side, near the byline. He's going to keep the ball in play now. Plays it back. Oh, Hayfield is gone top of the ball almost. He couldn't convert. Hayfield still got it. Back to Smith, edge of the box. Can he find a way through? No, it's blocked. That was a golden opportunity for Hayfield. Completely missed his kick. Nearly handled the ball in the process. And now Weymouth can try and lead a charge forward. 𝗛𝗟, brilliant interception. And Joe Rains, who kept up with him, he would have been forgiven for conceding a foul, actually, just to stop that attack and taking yellow. But he's done one better, as Russ has got it in midfield.
We have to say City have had their chances, haven't they?
Yeah, Clark did so well there. He looked up, found Hayfield, and unusual for Hayfield. He was usually a good player in front of goal, but almost got trapped underneath his feet. As now Wilson, he's pushed away a little bit from Cheshire, but gets the ball first. Now Russ, 𝗛𝗟, who's done well in this new left-back role this afternoon. 𝗛𝗟 slides on to Thomas. He's going to get there before the byline, plays it back, and it comes last off a Weymouth leg. I think it was Brooks, and it goes behind for a City corner on the City left. Into the area, headed from Brooks against 𝗛𝗟. Not fully cleared. Now Smith in the box. Again, can he find room? Smith forced backwards. Oh, he tried a risky ball, and he's given the ball away. He should have perhaps played the safer option and knocked it back, because Weymouth can try and counter now on the left-hand side with Roberts. Toure's made a run central. Again, dispossessed cheaply from the Bar City hard-working defence. This time Rains Smith in behind. They were pleading for offside against Wilson, who would have been on. Howard kept behind the rest of his defence, but it came to nothing as Hamblin's got it. Approaching halfway again, Roberts dispossessed. Clark nips in. Now Hayfield to Wilson. Is he playing good, smart, attractive football? Now trying to get Hayfield away. Hayfield now one-on-one. He's played it against goalkeeper. Wilson with a follow-up is blocked from the well-placed Cheshire. Bar City with just this quick, incisive passing, Andrew. They're cutting Weymouth apart more often now. Batten leading a charge forward. Now Rains on the right-hand side. City in the ascendancy. Hayfield with 2 good opportunities. Back in the team this afternoon. Rains, clever ball inside. Clark's going to get there first. No foul against Hamblin. Still Clark, just old-fashioned strength. Squares it Wilson. 6 yards out. He couldn't get a shot in. Hamblin is furious that the decision didn't go his favour. I think it was just more upper body strength from the winger. Now Weymouth are getting a little bit edgy with their tackles, but it was a fair one from 𝗚𝗚. They're getting frustrated by 𝗛𝗚 City being on top. 𝗛𝗚's got it now, midway inside the Weymouth half, knocks it back to 𝗛𝗚.
And they're really retreating into defence. Only 𝗛𝗚𝗚 was in any way left forward then.
Batten tries to slide it through. It's a sliding interception from 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚. Clark plays it over the shoulder of Hamblin, and particularly his shin pad falls out, which is a gamely moment. As now headed in, yes, it's a goal! It's Russ's cross. Dan Hayfield, third time lucky for 𝗛𝗚 City. Crouches down on his knees. He hugs the assist maker, Luke Russ. 𝗛𝗚 City deservedly ahead, 39 minutes. Weymouth 0, 𝗛𝗚 City 1. It's been coming, Andrew.
And it might have been Hayfield's header, but it's Russ and Clark down this side that caused all the trouble for Weymouth. And really, they've played themselves into this position. They've gradually dropped deeper and deeper in defence. We just said 𝗛𝗚𝗚, the only player left forward, but they might be packing defence, but they're not really defending.
No, I completely agree with them. They're not stopping the crosses in. I mean, Clark did well. I thought he was going to be destructive. I thought his shin pad fell out for the umpteenth time this season, but it was a terrific ball in from Russ and a close-range near-post header from Hayfield. Well, a couple of yards out. Goalkeeper could only get 2 gloves. Even if he's fully fit, he's not keeping that one out. And 𝗛𝗚 City break the deadlock. Well, I think Howe will be quite good. He's a very versatile player. He often plays defensive midfield, so as a centre-back he'll be okay. As Hayfield is tripped, I thought, from 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚, who's going to get a yellow card. And Hayfield stayed down. Bar the opening few minutes, City have been on top. They've been by far the better team. And deservedly a goal to the good.
And well supported this afternoon. Good contingent behind that goal.
Played over the top now for 𝗛𝗚 on the left-hand side. Can you get there before Brooks? It's all ball almost got sandwiched between them both. 𝗛𝗚 slightly behind Thomas. Smith, oh, he was very intelligent. He stood his ground, won the ball instead of Harry. Smith shoots, and the shot's not the best, but it was very calm from Smith. He would have been forgiven for lunging in.
Rains coming to add up the numbers. In other words, looking to attack rather than be safe.
Clark turns Hamblin just from a throw-in from Rains, and a reverse ball to Rains, who's going to keep it in play. Roberts committed himself. Rains, oh, his ball in is way too overhit.
I mean, symbolic for me was that moment about 5 minutes ago when the ball dropped in the centre circle. Either player could have got to it. But
Hayfield back to 𝗛𝗚 in the box. 𝗛𝗚 takes a deflection, and it's just gone wide. I know, goalkeeper Benfield was scrambling across to his left-hand side. Not sure whether it would have gone down as 𝗛𝗚's goal. It nearly nestled in the bottom corner. 𝗛𝗚 City have a corner, and they're hungry for more. It's just a step up so far. Clark takes his corner, a driven one, where it's Dyer's header, and it's off target for a goal kick. And blows his whistle, calls end to proceedings of the first half, and Dan Hayfield brings the ball down, and fittingly it was he whose goal separates the teams. A close-range header on 39 minutes, an assist from Luke Russ down the right-hand side. 𝗚𝗚 gets a flick on the right, but can't find 𝗛𝗚𝗚. Now Wilson, intelligent little flick to Thomas, setting him away through the middle. Thomas goes inside and tries to play it back to Wilson. He perhaps should have gone to Clark on the right, who was ventured into some room. Clearance is back with 𝗛𝗚 City for Russ, who finds Clark. Rains overlapping him. Now Clark cutting infield near the edge of the box. Foray forward, holding off Hamblin. Still Clark. Left foot dinked cross. Oh, it nearly found Hayfield. It's only half headed away to Thomas, just inside the penalty area. Needs support. Turning away from Bearwish. Plays it back to Russ. Chips it towards the back post. Clark in the air, and there's an offside. Roberts keeps it in play tight on the left-hand side. Back to Hamblin. Clark is there to intercept Roberts' ball, and Hamblin pulls down Clark, and that's a clear foul, and it's a yellow card coming in the way of the fullback.
Third one for Weymouth this afternoon.
Rains now chasing forward down the right-hand side. He's got there before Roberts, doing some defensive work. He's in the left-back role at the moment, the forward. Back to Clark now. 20 yards out on the right-hand side. Teases his opponent, cuts inside now. Still Clark. Oh, this is majestic. Clark shoots, and in the end he's towards it, but it's now with Wilson in the box, and Clark has penalised a handball, presumably. I don't think he could do a lot about it, but he tied Hamblin up in knots, left him on his backside, and the goal from Hayfield chalked off. That's a poor distribution from Slade. Gives the ball back to City. Now Clark on halfway. Plays it out to Hayfield, City's goal scorer. Header separates the teams. He's got it again off Smith, who's now motored forward. Smith nearly got there, and in the end, Cheshire and Slade do enough. He's giving the ball away now to Clark, edge of the penalty area. Clark trying to go onto his left foot. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗟𝗚𝗛🧝 just wide. Goalkeeper was at full stretch, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
You get the feeling because Weymouth's midfield is so empty, then once they lose the ball going forward, then City are right at their throats.
On for 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗏 to get his first involvement, but he can't get the ball. Clark's got that. Always willing runner. He's won a throw-in off Hamblin. And he's going to take his time.
As well as moving the ball forward a bit, which I'm sure the referee will pull it back for Joe Rains to throw.
And I presume Rains has been cautioned. He's only just walked over to take the throw. Rains, who's now got 3 yellows for the season.
Rains perhaps a little unwisely there, just doing a sort of Yogi Bear jog.
Thomas on the edge of the box. Thomas's shot is blocked from 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏. 3 Weymouth players getting in each other's way. Wilson does well to get there first. Now Clark dinks it towards the back post where Dyer has stayed forward. Howe just flicks it away from him, who sort of started that attack with the ball to Dyer, and he sees the ball behind for a City throw. 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏 inside to Thomas, who's got room on the side of the area. He's now trying to get inside of 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏. He's done it, chips it, is blocked. Wilson's shot is into the grind. A couple of appeals arm ball, nothing doing for me or the referee. Bolton plays it on to Thompson, who can't keep the ball under control. Russ nips in, trademark Russ, to Smith on the right, looking for an overlap. He's played it into the path of Clark, who's going to get there before Hamblin. Plays a good ball into Wilson, who couldn't quite get his body position correctly to head it on goal. He's put it just off target. Been little goalmouth action this half after what was a very fast start to the game. Very entertaining first half, but City won't mind for the time being. There's clipped over the top one for Howe to give chase. 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏, he's headed it. It's Thompson, he can't force it in, he's going to shoot. No, what a clearance, and Rains off the line. It's still not away. Weymouth still forcing City. Got a man down, Batten's on his knees, and in the end, 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏's shot deflected. I don't know how Weymouth didn't score there. I think it was Joe Rains who came in to clear. Batten is down, but it was all from a very awkward header back inside from 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏, put his team in trouble.
Yeah, and there was a whole melee of players just by Wright's left-hand post. Batten looks to have got the worst of it, just gently getting to his feet. But yes, Batten and Rains both going for blocks there.
Players crowding near the penalty spot. Hamblin's delivery is not a bad one, and the referee sees too much grappling and gives a free kick in Bar City's favour.
Uncharacteristic of 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏 there to run into trouble.
Yeah, he was under a little bit of pressure. Maybe it put him off, but as Ollie Wright's told to get on with it. Now still a goal up. They've got 18 minutes of normal time remaining as 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏 plays it down the line. 𝗛𝗏 tries to get away. He was swapped sides for the time being. The Swede. And he's handled. And keep the ball in right in front of us of what is an excellent view we've got actually with commentary, and the referee is now unhappy with Thomas, I think. Maybe, no, it's Howe actually for speaking out of turn.
Yeah, I think Howe said something about that ball, alleging he was fouled by Thomas earlier on, and Howe gets a yellow card.
That's City's first change. Coming off Jordan Thomas. Coming on Elliot Freer. Smith back to Rains. Now to Clark. City's very own terrier midfield, wants to run at the Weymouth defence. Come back to Rains with it's a nice ball to the far post, and Howe, under no real pressure, has touched it behind for a corner. Safety first.
4 Bar City players lining up in the D.
Puts his hands on the back of his head. Left-footed towards the far post. It's a header! Oh, it's hit the bar! Wilson's forced it in! It was a brilliant header from Dyer. The goalkeeper might have got a touch on it, but Scott Wilson is on hand to put City further ahead. 76 minutes. Weymouth 0, Bar City 2. Dyer is down, but Bar City are very much on the up.
Yeah, great corner from Freer. Knew exactly who he was aiming for. Dyer got real power on his header under pressure, and Wilson was there just on the line to put it across, and really to take the sting out of Weymouth, who was threatening to come back into this game a little bit. Dyer's still down. Took a knock on his head as he went down.
I thought it was a clash of head. It was a brilliant header because he's probably around 15 yards out and he sort of headed it back across goal. Keeper might have got a fingertip onto the bar, and in the end Wilson is there perfectly placed to almost thigh it in, I think, pretty much on the line, and Scott Wilson gets another goal in 2023, that's 24. It's the highest in a calendar year since Darren Edwards' 25 in 2009. They're not out of this, but they try by 2-0 as Bolton's got it. Finds Hamblin on the left-hand side, wants to run at range near the edge of the penalty area. Got the other side of his man, Hamblin. With the ball in, and it was, I think it was an attempted cross. It nearly caught out right at his near post, but the goalkeeper has to flick it behind for a corner to the Terrors. Hamblin to take this corner. Wright has got Toure giving him close attention, and the referee's going to stop the game, which probably suits Bath City more. Toure is sort of almost trying to bear hug the City goalkeeper. It's a tug of the orange shirt. But we're still going to wait for it to restart. The referee's giving a close eye, and I'd be a bit careful in this situation. Corner, which Hamblin will take. It'll be an in-swinger from the Weymouth right. Floated. Goalkeeper's favourite for it, and takes it well. And an awkward landing from Wright, but he's okay. And he gets an applause from the City faithful. He's not too happy with Toure, I don't think.
What I like about Wright's goalkeeping is you can see from corners like that, he's almost determined, I'm going to take this ball. Sets off from his line, and his handling's good. City about to make another substitution.
Yeah.
Jack Batten going off and Ben Morgan coming on.
That's in the 81st minute. Ben Morgan's returned from injury. Jack Batten, presume, has got a knock. But if they have the deficit, they'll certainly think they can go on and get more. But City will want to extend it with Wilson, who turns away. I thought he was fouled from Brooks. The referee says no. I thought it was just a good old-fashioned holding from the man who's in his second spell here. His brother Marvin is a former Weymouth player, an ex-Love Island contestant. At the moment, it's broken hearts of Weymouth because they're losing in the FA Cup. There's ball on the turn from Wilson, but there's a foul before that.
I'm not sure who I would have picked as the Weymouth man of the match.
Bearwish has done okay in midfield, but yeah, none of them really. Smith picks up a yellow card. The latest one with time wasting, presumably. They've left just one man back. It's a high, loopy one near the penalty spot. Headed back into a good area. It's a dangerous play from 𝗛𝗛𝗏. It didn't matter anyway. The resulting shot from Cheshire went off target. It was a great header back across from Brooks. And we are going to see reappearance of Alex Fletcher in an away game for Bath City. And a round of applause. We've got some City fans around us, and a few Weymouth fans as well, actually, acknowledging this. Because there's some things in life that are more important in football. Muscled out from Hamblin. He might have been a contender for man of the match, actually. I think he's been quite adventurous going forward. Fletcher does well to charge down the Weymouth defence. Hamblin twice. And he gets a hearty applause from the City fans. 7 minutes to be added on, of which were 30 seconds inside. Now Thompson leading forward on the left-hand side. He's got Toure to his left. I thought he ran straight into Morgan. I think Morgan didn't do much about that. There's a free kick to Weymouth, 16 yards out from the byline on their left, and a chance to pile bodies forward.
Yes, it was a poor ball across, and Toure realised that and just ran straight into the Bath City player.
I mean, if Bearwish has got any sense, he drills this quite low into the 6-yard box and hopes for a rebound. He's eyeing it up. He's got Bolton near the edge of the box. It's gone in. I might have got a touch in the middle. Could go down as Bearwish's goal. Weymouth have a lifeline. Weymouth 1, Bath City 2.
I didn't see that touch anybody.
Well, it touched Hayfield was in there. They've given it to Bearwish. Yeah. It's in the second minute of time added on. Well. Weymouth, who have barely threatened, really. Suddenly, their tails are going to be up. Ball inside is loose. Smith's got there to Fletcher on the right-hand side. He's calmly knocked it on to Hayfield. Wilson might try and scamper clear. Hayfield really incisive footwork. He nearly squared it across to Wilson. Had he done so, that would have been that. That sums up Weymouth's afternoon. 𝗛𝗏𝗏 played it back to Benfield, who probably could have gathered it. He's miscontrolled. It's gone behind for a corner, much to the relief of the Romans. That is basics. 𝗛𝗏𝗏 spun away from him in the box, but Russ battling away as ever, still showing running. A ball forward to the Weymouth left. 𝗛𝗏𝗏's going to try and give him play. Parcell heads it out. They're throwing the Weymouth on halfway, and just that has really got the fans going. They're going to take it quickly. Brooks hurls it down the left-hand side. Thompson heads it inside. Smith hooks it away, only to Brooks. 15 yards or so inside Bar City territory. Well charged down from Freer. They've got to show a different side to their game now, Bar City. They're going to have to do a bit of defending. It's thrown inside. Morgan thought it was fouled. The Dyer, sorry, I thought it was fouled. Oh, the foul's gone in Weymouth's favour. It should have gone Bar City's first. How is Dan clutching his ankle? Weymouth take the free kick quickly. 𝗛𝗏👏 on the right-hand side, trying to make room for a cross. He gets a ball in straight under the head of 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚. We got just over a minute of normal time remaining. City lead 2-1. Russ heads it back only to 𝗛𝗏𝗏. 9 nervy moments of Bar City. You should have been comfortably through already. Ball in behind, it looks too long. Ollie Wright is there and he watches it behind for a goal kick. Just over a minute remaining. City lead 2-1. 20 seconds over the 7 allocated to be added on. City lead 2-1. A long ball forward. Morgan's got to win the header. He does. Russ is slow onto it. 𝗛𝗚𝗏 now. He squared it to Toure. This is a chance. Toure wide of goal. Blocked from range. Brilliant block from Rains, and Russ gets the ball away. Throwing his cheek, given away. Rains clears it. That's it. Bar City progress to the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup. Thoroughly deserved victory as well over the struggling Weymouth. Goal from Dan Hayfield, 39 minutes, broke the deadlock. Luke Russ with a telling cross towards the near post, and a powerful header from Hayfield, who met it at the near post. It was doubled from Scott Wilson, a poacher's finish, 76 minutes. Jordan Dyer's header might have been tipped onto the bar from Benfield, and Wilson from all of a yard out managed to touch home from close range. Weymouth then made City sweat through the closing stages through Tom 𝗛𝗏𝗏's free kick from the angle, which he curled into the top corner. Might have been a touch on the way through. Had Weymouth rescued anything, it would have been a total injustice. They were outplayed for large spells. They were slack in possession. Bar City were super for large spells of that game. They're in the 4th qualifying round. More money in the kitty, and the start to the season, well, pretty much this run since losing here back in April goes on. Weymouth 1, Bar City 2. A deserved win, Andrew. It's an injustice, it's not by more.
Yes, not a huge amount of money, I should say, into the kitty. £5,625 for the winners in this round, but totally deserved City's victory. Should have been by more. But there's been some cracking performances this afternoon. I thought Clark down that right-hand side absolutely ran Weymouth ragged, as he has done increasingly of a number of sides this season. Kieran Parcell at the back, I thought, playing slightly out of his normal position, did really, really well. Made a number of superb headers, as you so expect from him. And also Luke Russ, he's been getting stronger and stronger. Had a great game against Dover, had another great game this afternoon. And the City players all go over to acknowledge the fans, and it's been a decisive afternoon for City. And now the only thing you wonder is who they'll get in the 4th qualifying round. And I think, Mark, you said Monday lunchtime?
Yes, I think Monday, maybe about 3 o'clock.
The draw. And of course, just to remind you, if you didn't know this, the National League sides also enter at that stage of the competition. So could be a whole variety of opponents, and great group of City fans over there. We said probably well over 100, might be even more than that if we take account of the people that were in the stands, and giving the team a great ovation. And well, City march on. It's been a surprising season so far, and apart from the opening 10 minutes, as we said, and probably the closing 5, a dominant City performance.
It finishes 2-1 to the Romans. Goals from Dan Hayfield and Scott Wilson see them through. They were made to sweat a little through the closing stages as Tom 𝗛𝗏𝗏 pulled one back for the host, but it wasn't enough for them as Bar City progress. We'll be back on air next Saturday. Enjoy your weekend.